how to deal with people talking behind your back and how to handle negative comments. And if you've ever been in this position, how to manage getting canceled. You are canceled now. Canceled, first of all. In this video, I'm gonna guide you, because I've been through these things, fortunately and unfortunately, I guess. I've been through these issues, and I feel like in the beginning I stumbled through, but now I feel like I handle this with a lot more grace and resilience. And for some of you who haven't even started, maybe the fear of judgment or criticism or getting canceled is holding you back from sharing your voice or from sharing any type of content, or is preventing you from stepping into the light. And maybe you're just so crippled by fear. So if this is you, I'm going to teach you how to navigate through the negativity that is 1000% going to come. It's coming if you do anything worthwhile at all, if you put yourself out there in any capacity, even a little bit. How dare you speak your mind? How dare you be in charge of anything? How dare you be successful and talk about your success? Like, don't do that. Don't do that. Be secretly successful. That's what's promoted anyway. I speak from both fortunate and unfortunate extensive experience in this realm. Yet, I'm alive, believe it or not. Look, I mean, I'm not just alive, like a lot of people are alive. I think I'm doing great. I'm doing well, right? I am successful. I'm blessed with a wonderful family, surrounded by incredible friends. I have a beautiful life. My goodness, I feel so blessed by my life. And I have God on my side, and if God is for me, who can be against me? So, hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Sheila Bella. For the majority of my life, I have been passionate about empowering women. Even as a little girl, I felt drawn to uplifting and encouraging women around me, women I was related to, girls I met at school, girls in my neighborhood, and I didn't even realize that that was the common denominator. That was the thing that just like, that was the pattern that, looking back at my life now, that's the pattern I keep seeing. I was always drawn to empowering women. And I have turned that passion into my profession through my program, Pretty Rich Bosses, as well as this channel, Pretty Rich Podcast, the Sheila Bella Show, so to speak. So you should listen to me because this not traditionally educated, English is my second language, bimbo from like 1982, I have created 2 multi-million-dollar companies, one brick and mortar, okay? And one completely online. And I have been publicly sharing my story, being vulnerable for over a decade now, sharing all the things I've learned, sharing who I am, and pretty relentlessly, if you ask me. I felt like I was just like kind of born to create content. It kind of feels that way. And with visibility comes criticism. With visibility comes haters and admirers, make no mistake. But, being in the public eye means making mistakes. And sometimes even embarrassing yourself. And sometimes I look back at my old content and I cringe. I cringe at my old content. It's just like, oh my gosh, that was like 10 years ago. Like there's a video of me when I was like 18 years old. It was filmed the day after grad night. It was in a studio. And it's like essentially like the first podcast I've ever done. Taking voice lessons because of these people. And it wasn't because I wanted to be popular and I admired them for their fame, their money. It wasn't that. It was because when I heard them sing, I felt, I heard them and I said to myself, wow, that must feel so good.
To be able to do that.
To be able to release that sound with that kind of emotion must
that
feel
talent,
so good.
That emotion.
So I took voice because I wanted to feel what they felt. That was the reason why.
But God had to give you the voice, Sheila.
Well.
But as you said,
training helps.
When you were a tot, there you were performing.
Yeah, everywhere I could.
So you didn't have any trouble with your mother when you were very, very young, telling her you wanted lessons?
Actually, there was a time I was about, I think, 11 years old. I came here and I really wanted to take voice lessons again, and it took a while for them to realize that I have been doing this all my life and I really want to take it seriously.
Yeah, well, you certainly have the talent.
And oh my gosh, poor girl. My answers are so sweet, but so cringy, you know, and I view personally that discomfort as a positive sign. It means that I've grown, that I've improved. When I posted old content that represented who I was at that moment, I was proud of it at that moment. So while I might look back at today's content, so here's the thing, I might look back at this video, this piece of content that I'm filming right now, a year from now, and think it's absolutely garbage. Possibly. That's maybe even a week from now, whatever. Oftentimes, I'll look back and think, oh, Sheila, why did you say that? You know, but I take solace in the fact that it signifies my growth, my evolution, and hopefully wisdom that I've gathered over the years, days. So I'm sure that whatever I say today, future me is going to be like, Sheila, why did you say that? You're so much more mature now. I mean, I would hope I would say that because that means that I would have evolved, I would have grown, and that means I would have garnered some wisdom. Nice. Boom. So let me share a recent story that was a real growth experience for me. So what has unfolded recently is something I will not easily forget. And yesterday morning, I felt genuinely hurt. A friend who I believed was very close to me sent me a message out of the blue. She decided not to be associated with me publicly. There was no explanation, no prior conversation, just I quit you publicly. I quit being associated with you publicly. And I remember when I checked my phone, I was really taken aback. When I saw this message, I checked my phone and I was really taken aback because there was no conversation beforehand. There was nothing. I felt like that would probably be something she needed to discuss with me, right? I was completely blindsided as I believed foolishly that everything between us was fine. So we eventually connected over FaceTime, and apparently the crux of it was this. She severed ties, not after a discussion, no discussion, but because of a rumor she'd heard, despite not believing the rumors to be true. She felt our association was potentially damaging to her, and she expressed that she wanted to steer clear of that situation. So there's no discussion. I had to pry, essentially. I had to kind of like coerce her into a conversation with me. And that made me feel really hurt and betrayed. You mean to tell me you heard a rumor and you didn't clear it up with me, even though you tell me you don't believe that rumor, you're still gonna act like you believe that rumor. Doesn't add up. But here's the thing, what are these rumors anyway? Okay, if you are new to the beauty industry, here's the inside scoop of what you need to understand. It is predominantly female driven, which is beautiful, amazing. While it pains me to acknowledge this fact, okay, because I think women are great, women are awesome. When there are groups of women, drama often follows. We as women might not always engage in physical confrontations, okay? I have some pretty fit, strong friends. I got one that's filming right now. She will kick your booty. But some result to another type of warfare. Reputation destruction. That's how women fight. Women fight through reputation destruction. They will pick up the phone. They will type things out on a forum. They will text their friends because they're so mad. They will start rumors. They will take one little thing and then they'll be like, oh, that must be true, and that helps me destroy her reputation. So I will spread it around. I will just sprinkle it everywhere because it helps me ruin her reputation, and that means I'm the mightier one. Yeah, that's how it works. And that's how it will always work. And that is something that will never change. Ever. It's in our DNA. We are tribal. You know what we used to do back in the day? We used to sit around by a fire, and we used to, well, in the Philippines, in the 80s, we had those like hard laundry bars. Anyway, we used to do laundry with our hands in a circle. What did women do to pass the time? They would talk about who's sleeping with who and what the town got. This is what we used to do. We sat around by the fire, and there would be one woman that nursed all the kids. And there would be one woman that did all the cooking. And then one woman that did all the laundry. And we sat around and we were tribal. We needed, motherhood is so hard. You just need to find a tribe. You need to latch on. Beauty industry is so hard. It's so ugly. When you find someone, you just hang on for dear life. And you hope that you belong because to belong is to survive. That's what we do. And how do we fight? Through reputation destruction. The beauty industry, with its tight-knit community and competitive nature, can sometimes resemble a petri dish, teeming with gossip and rumors. It's the perfect environment. The way women fight, it's as if Facebook and Instagram were created for this purpose, for toxic femininity. It's perfect. It's a petri dish. It's a perfect environment that's inadvertently conducive to this specific kind of warfare and toxicity. This platforms, especially online forums, make it all too simple and easy to tarnish someone's reputation without proof, or at least make the attempt. There are women, regrettably, who devote countless hours on these forums, posting, absorbing what they believe to be constructive or informative. Serious question. How does spreading negativity propel you towards your aspirations? I think people think that that's how it works, because what it's doing is it's creating the illusion that you're forming a bond with someone, and this person now is your friend, and you're bonding over something toxic. Maybe that's how it starts, but then you'll bond over other things. But that is how women bond. They bond through vulnerability. They bond through gossip. Not just vulnerability, they bond through gossip. It's oh, you're gonna tell me the tea about somebody who's successful that well, you must have more. You know what I mean? And the thing is, it's people think that that's making them successful. I mean, that takes up so much time. I think it's a bad deal. It's a bad deal. I think it's expensive. It's too expensive. It's a bad deal. You're gonna spend 15 minutes bonding, making connections over something, or over gossip, or 15 minutes creating copy for a landing page or making a Facebook ad. Which one's gonna propel you more? This is why I'm so focused. Ladies, if you're the one doing this, you have to snap out of it. Even if someone did you real dirty, every second you're on the fence, every second that you spend on this type of energy, this type of reputation destruction, believe me, it is. It might not feel like it. You're just venting, or you're just exposing or whatever. Your goals are collecting dust. Time is not just golden. It's a dwindling asset. Lay out your ambitions and you'll see the mountain you've got to climb. Guys, I feel like time is so expensive. For me, I'm a high performer. And this is why I'm late to everything, because I'm not just sitting there chilling and 10 minutes late to everything. I'm such a high performer. I'm so productive. Ask me what I was doing, why I was late to something. It was something productive. I was not watching some Netflix or whatever. I'm gunning from peak fitness, closing in on that cool $1 million a month mark. We are on the edge, laying down the value and groundwork for my kids, doubling down the connection with my husband, mastering the marketing game so that I can be the top dog in this industry. My hustle is so on. I hustle to sync up with my team members, create real connections with them, but beyond them, I'm itching to dive deep with the ranks below. What else do I got going on? I want to be a best-selling author. I'm trying to hammer out a killer book. I'm trying to volunteer for worship at church. Spends every day. Every tick of the clock counts. Why? Because I'm not just in the game I'm playing. I'm at the elite level. I feel like I'm in the elite level. It's not okay. For me personally, I am not down with just, why? Because success is fun. I've got a thriving relationship. I have a team that kicks a lot of serious butt. I have a career that's fun and it's booming, and I get to do what I love, and I get to spread my message. And why? Why do I have all these things? Because I don't waste my energy on idle gossip or let negativity drag me down. I don't. I really try hard not to. Sometimes it catches up to me, but know what it is. I know that it's fleeting, first of all. I know it's not forever. If I'm playing the long game, it doesn't really matter. I know that. Also, if I'm being honest with you, those wrapped up in the drama, they lose my respect. Because if I had the luxury for time and such nonsense, it's clear that they are not on the same path of success as I am. We are not the same. We're not cut from the same cloth. And if they're spewing lies, why should I even bother? Now, don't get it twisted. I feel hurt. Like I said, that friend of mine, I thought we were tight, but out of nowhere, she distanced herself. It stung. I thought we were closer. I wish she would have approached me with her issues rather than backing off like that. But here's the thing. She's not confrontational. She's the type of person who'll smile and say everything's fine when maybe it's not. So I've got to give her grace there, because I've been in her shoes before, biting my own tongue, scared to voice out. Plus, I have to own up that maybe there was something in my vibe that made her uneasy, right? It's on me. It's always on me to learn, to grow, to keep pushing forward and try to get better next time. So extreme ownership is one of the themes in this house. So I know what you must be thinking. You're thinking, yeah, but Sheila, it stings when somebody that you're so close to ditches you over some baseless chatter that somebody else stirred up. I feel that. But here's my counter. If a rumor can shatter that bond, how rock solid was it to start with? If somebody is ready to bail on you based on whispers, ask yourself, do you really need that kind of energy in your life? Those type of friends? Were they even friends? Listen, I have zero time for fair weather friends. I have been there. And I sure as hell wouldn't want my kids surrounded by that type of crowd, because my kids are going to provide resources for people too and have great parties, etc., etc. And I hope my kids roll with real ones who have their back, who'll step up, give them a heads up and hash things out face to face, not just a ghost without a word. If that's what some friendship turns out to be, if that's the definition of friendship that I'm supposed to accept, I don't want it. Was it even a legit bond in the first place? So if you have folks whispering behind your back, spitting out lies, take a page out of my playbook. Reframe and recognize that they're the ones missing out. Recognize what it is, that it's not even a relationship that's solid to begin with. So why would you want that? Why would you want snowflakes around you? Why? So when people start talking behind your back, you've got two plays. One, if there's a shred of truth to what they're saying, even if it's just a fragment of reality, because guess what? There's growth in that. There's power in seeing where you can level up. No defensiveness, just straight up ownership. Feedback is powerful. It's powerful if you don't get defensive about it, if it's true. Two, now if it's pure fiction, shake it off. Why let nonsense weigh you down? If it's not your truth, why even give it a second of your energy? So if someone's quick to believe the chatter without coming to you first, frankly, that is not the type of person you'd want in your corner anyway. Right? And they come to you when they have a concern. They don't just jump ship because the tide turns a little. If they're only riding with you during the sunny days, can't weather a bit of the rain, that's not genuine. If a couple of DMs can sway them away from you, that's straight up high school drama. And yeah, I get it. The industry and many others, especially those that are largely led by women, can sometimes feel like a never-ending cycle of clicks and plastics and gossip and unnecessary drama. But remember this, stay above it. Focus on your truth. Let your work speak for itself. So here's the real deal. Some people thrive off of these Facebook communities because in reality, they're lacking genuine connections offline. What are they actually gathering around? Growth, elevating their game, or just petty drama? I am so locked in on my goals, and honestly, I don't have the bandwidth to entertain such distraction. And I genuinely like the person I see in the mirror. Whether in a crowd or when I'm by myself, I am the same person. Just ask my husband. I'm authentic to the core, truth-telling. I don't change much. Like, how I am in this video is how I was this morning when I was getting my makeup done, is how I was last night when I was taking a shower. Like, this is just who I am. This is for another video, but I don't like lying. I don't like it. I avoid it at all costs. Truth telling is my jam because lies, to me, in my childhood traumas, they stem from shame. And in my life, and the way I see shame as a tool of the enemy. It's a tool of darkness. Owning up and being accountable, that's from God. That's divine. That's conviction, that's different. Conviction is different than shame. I'm not talking about genuine conviction. I'm talking about shame. Like shame enough to lie about something. That's the enemy's game. And I want no part in that. Stay in the light. Step into the light as always. So let's wrap this up. If you've made it to the end of this video, let me know. Let's wrap up the heart of what we've discussed today. When you put yourself out there, especially in the public eye, criticism and negativity are inevitable. But it's how we handle these situations that truly defines us. Remember the story I shared about my friend who chose to distance herself based on mere rumors? It's essential to understand that while hurtful experiences like this will come, It's even more crucial to evaluate the depth and authenticity of the relationships we keep. In industries like ours, gossip can run rampant, but we gotta rise above and stay true to our values. Time is precious, and every second we spend on drama is a second taken away from our goals, aspirations, and personal growth. Whether you're facing whispers that contain a hint of truth or complete falsehoods, approach it with grace. Own up, grow from it, or shake it off and move on. As the folks who are quick to believe and spread these rumors, remember this: true friends stick around through thick and thin, and they won't let a few whispers break the bond that you've built. And for those seeking solace in online communities that thrive on drama, understand the importance of genuine offline connections. So, to sum it up, stay genuine, remain focused, always speak truth, and shame is straight from the pit of darkness. Guys, I have a special offer for you. We're offering 60-minute strategy calls for beautypreneurs just like you. If you've never had one, you've got to sign up. It's sure to give you a lot of clarity. And all you need to do is go to sheilabella.com/apply. So stay true. That's where the light shines through. Keep shining. Thank you so much for joining me today. And by the way, if this is your first time on the channel and you're looking to dive deeper into who I am, I want you to hit up this classic right here. It is all about how I created $1 million permanent makeup empire. So if you're just tuning in and want the one-on-one on me, this video, I'm blonde here, it's an oldie but a goodie. It's about how I was able to create $1 million microblading business. This is the roadmap right here. This is the backstory, so go check it out. I'll see you guys later.